Honorable Andrew Esiama Amwako. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand of applause for him. Mr. Speaker, you are welcome. Thank you.
Honorable members, prayers. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic. Endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and thy good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. Amen. O God, Grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of
Honorable Apia Osei Emmanuel. Solomon Akagwi. Dogbe Kate Vincent.
Thank you. Honorable members, we do not have any message from the President of the Republic. However, I have a message for the House. But then before I proceed, I would like to acknowledge some dignitaries in our midst. Honorable members, we will be joined by the Honorable Second Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana, in the person of Honorable Andrew Esiama Mwako. Oh, my bad. You're welcome. Yes, we do also have some honorable members, and as and when they file in, I shall duly acknowledge their presence. Thank you. Honorable members, I would like to begin by congratulating the House on achieving 30 years of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy. This remarkable milestone merits a year-long celebration, and in fact, a series of events have been held nationwide since last year to commemorate this anniversary. Today's event is part of our efforts to engage citizens in celebrating 3 decades of democracy and ensuring high discipline of parliamentary democracy and keeping the nation on its wheels. Parliament of Ghana has been the ultimate body that makes Ghana's republican and democratic status a reality and not just a mere myth. Members of Parliament, honorable members, the Parliament of Ghana has been the stand-tall independent body that has checked the making of suitable laws from governance, national expenditure, peace and justice, through developmental projects to ensuring equity and equality when necessary. Ghana as a country cannot write its uninterrupted peace story without emphasis on the unbiased introduction of base-touching laws that liberates the country and its citizenry. As the Speaker of Parliament for today's august occasion, I again congratulate all the Right Honorable Speakers of Parliament, right from the Speakership of Right Honorable Justice Daniel Francis Enan to today's dynamic, intellectually indefatigable Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagwin. Parliament has not been about speakers alone. I hereby congratulate any member of Parliament who has served or still serving the Parliament of Ghana since its inception from 1993. Parliament is not a stand-alone institution of the Speaker and his members of Parliament. So therefore, hence, this is for me to congratulate all the officers who have served and still serving to check the smooth readings closely. Thank you. Honorable members, I would also like to draw your attention to the fact that the House is governed by standing orders. And so therefore, you must and should be abreast of the rules and act accordingly. Furthermore, if honorable members had noted, the Parliament of Ghana has had a female speaker before. What it has never had is a female deputy speaker. If you recall, the tenure of our first female Speaker of Parliament, that is Right Honorable Joyce Bamford Addo, was a significant empowerment for all women in this country. And so therefore, we hope to see the 9th Parliament of our 4th Republic being inaugurated with one of our female MPs elected as a Deputy Speaker, if not even a second female Speaker of the House. Thank you. Honourable members, we will now take the item numbered 3, Item number 3, correction of votes and proceedings and official report. We will begin with the correction of votes and proceedings of Monday, 1st July 2024. Yes, honorable member for Sebe constituency.
Mr. Speaker, on page 2,
Yes.
item number 4, I was in the house yesterday, but then
All right, thank you. Table office, take note and effect the appropriate corrections. Honorable members, in the absence of any further corrections, the votes and proceedings of Monday, 1st July 2024, as corrected, is hereby adopted as a true record of proceedings. Honorable members, we have one edition of the official report, and that is official report of Friday, 28th June 2024. Any corrections? Any corrections? All right. In the absence of any further corrections, the official report of Friday, 28th June 2024 is hereby adopted as a true record of proceedings. Honourable members, before I proceed to the next item, let me acknowledge the presence of Honourable Ibrahim Ahmed. He is the Member of Parliament for Banda constituency. Honourable Member of Parliament, let's see you. Thank you, thank you. And the Deputy, he couples as the Deputy Minority Chief Whip. Thank you so much, Honourable Member. Honourable members, we will move on to item number 4. Item number 4. Questions. Questions. We have one question on today's order paper, standing in the name of the Honourable Member of Parliament for Kute constituency.
The Honourable Minister gave us what we needed to hear. What the Honourable Member is doing is out of line, and we are saying that this house is a house of order and discipline. So I expect that if the Honourable Member rises again, he should be walked to the gallery. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Majority Leader. Minority, what do you have to say?
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
we are not here to listen to what we want to hear.
Really?
We are here to ensure that the right thing is done.
Yes.
So you coming to tell us what we want to hear
But then, Honourable Minority
does not
Leader.
necessarily solve our problems for us. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, you see, Honourable Minority Leader, Honourable Member here was asking about ambulance, and I don't know the correlation of ambulance to internet and communication services. Honourable Member, please resume your seat. Yes, Honourable Member, yes.
Honorable Mr. Speaker,
Yes,
for a fact, I was the one that asked the question.
yes.
And to be very honest with you, I'm very satisfied with the answer that the Minister for Internet and Communication Services gave. Thank you. Yes, I'm satisfied. He gave us an assurance.
Honourable
I'm
members, order,
satisfied with
order.
that.
All right, thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister, thank you for attending upon the call of the House and answering its questions. You are hereby discharged. Honourable members, item number 5. Item number 5. We have a statement on the impact of overtaxation on the citizenry in government's quest to increase revenue for project implementation. And that is to be done by an honourable member. Honourable member, you may now read your statement.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
I thank you for the opportunity given to present this statement. I rise today to address the pressing issue of the impact of overtaxation on our citizens in the government's ongoing quest to increase revenue for development. Mr. Speaker, while it is undeniable that revenue generation is essential for funding vital public services and also infrastructure projects, it is equally important to consider that the economic and social implications of our taxation policies. Mr. Speaker, overtaxation can lead to several adverse effects that may ultimately undermine the very goals we aim to achieve. Firstly, it places a significant financial burden on households, particularly those with lower incomes. Financial burden on households, particularly those with incomes, this can lead to decreased disposable income, reduced consumer spending, and increased financial stress among our citizens. Secondly, high tax rate can stifle business growth and discourage investment. Entrepreneurs and businesses, which are the backbone of our economy, may find it increasingly difficult to strive under excessive tax burdens. This can result in slower economic growth, fewer job opportunities, and reduction in overall economic activity. Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
overtaxation can lead to evasion of tax, the growth of the informal economy. When tax rates are perceived as excessively high, individuals and businesses may resort to non-compliance, thereby reducing the overall tax base and undermining the effectiveness of our tax system. Honorable members, it is crucial that we strike a balance between generating sufficient revenue for development and ensuring that our taxation policies are fair, equitable, and sustainable. Mr. Speaker, you must exploit alternative revenue generation strategies that do not disproportionately burden the tax base, improving tax administration, and promoting economic policies that stimulate growth and development. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, while the need for revenue to support national development is undeniable, we must be mindful of the impact of taxation on our citizens and the economy. Let us work together to develop and implement balanced taxation policies that foster growth, equity, and prosperity for all Ghanaians. I sincerely thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable members, any comments on the statement? Yes, Honorable Member for Zemesi constituency.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
To comment on what my honorable member said. Mr. Speaker, while I acknowledge what my honorable member said, we must all adhere to the fact that the government needs adequate resources to fund various infrastructure projects, i.e., in the education, health, and in the road sector. Mr. Speaker, reducing taxes might seem beneficial in the short term, but it will hamper the government's ability to mobilize adequate funds to invest in, i.e., road, schools, and hospitals. Mr. Speaker, I want everyone here, including the honorable members in the unfortunate caucus, to know that expanding our tax base to mobilize more resources is very essential to sustainable development and improving the growth and prosperity of our nation. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Member for Zemesi constituency. Any other comments? Any other comments? Honorable Member, yes. Honorable members, order. Yes, Honorable, proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you are a speaker who is a speaker.
Yes.
In fact, it is not the number of books a man reads that makes him intelligent, but the content. Mr. Speaker, not long ago that the minister spoke about the uninterrupted challenges of the network, and the microphone is not far from that. The minority should know that. Mr. Speaker, to start with, the statement that he make mention about over-taxation, and my idiom says it all. It is not the amount that you will take that will help you to develop the country, but how prudent that little you will take that will help the country to develop. Hence the saying, it's not the number of books a man reads that makes him intelligent, but the content. It is the judicious use of the little you have taken from the Ghanaian public that will give efficient and important infrastructure to the development of this nation instead of overburdening the citizens of the Republic of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, I duly submit.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Members, any other further comments and submissions? Any other? Yes, Honorable Member for Jeriba constituency.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
I wholeheartedly, in fact, even though he's from the unfortunate caucus, I support what my colleague said.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, overtaxation is indeed placing significant burden on our citizens, especially those with lower incomes. As such, we must find ways to alleviate this pressure by reviewing our tax policies and exploring alternative revenue sources. By doing so, Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
we can stimulate economic growth, encourage investment, and ultimately increase our overall tax base without disproportionately affecting the most vulnerable in our society. Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
I do support what my honorable member from the unfortunate caucus said. It
Thank
is
you,
rare,
Honorable Member
but I
for
support. Thank you.
Jeriba constituency. Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes, Honorable Members, any other comments? Yes, Honorable Member for Tusiame constituency. Yes, may I hear you?
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
I appreciate the opportunity to comment. May you live long.
Thank you. Amen. And you?
Mr. Speaker, I find merit in both perspectives presented today. While it is true that the government requires essential revenue to fund its services and development projects, we must also be cautious not to overburden our citizens and stifle economic growth. I propose that we conduct a thorough review on our current tax policies and consider implementing targeted tax incentives for smaller households and businesses. Mr. Speaker, additionally, improving our tax base and implementing taxes would also help the government to develop the economy for us. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Always.
What is Honorable Members? Honorable Members. Honorable Members, if I hear anyone make noise again, I'll drive you to the public gallery. Better behave yourselves, Honorable Members. Honorable Members, thank you. Honorable Member, kindly resume your seat. I won't take any further statements. I want to thank the maker of the statement and the members for their insightful contributions on the comment. Yes, Honorable Majority Leader, what do you say? Any indications?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm very much glad that you recognize the leader of the fortunate caucus in this chamber. In fact, it is indeed a great day, and a great day is today. So, Mr. Speaker, yes. I do not have much to say, but looking at the relevance of the statement made, I wish to employ the House to refer this statement to a relevant committee in the House for consideration and report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Majority Leader. Minority.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
In fact, you are looking dashing today.
Thank you.
To add to what my colleague in the unfortunate caucus said.
So right now, I've always wanted to protect the minority.
Mr. Speaker, the minority is
you
who you should always side with. Yes, you should always side with us.
Leader. It appears you don't like to be protected by the Right Honorable Speaker.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, due to the gravity of the issue before the House, it should be forwarded to a relevant committee for consideration and report. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Minority Leader. Yes, looking at the importance of the statement and the concerns raised by honorable members, I think it is prudent that we refer the statement to the Committee on Democracy and Constitutional Reforms for consideration. And for that, I mandate that they do that and submit a report to the House within 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Thank you. This brings us to the end of statements. Honorable members, we have a motion to be moved by the honorable member for Lekwe to thank the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana for bringing the celebration of the 30 years parliamentary democracy celebration to the capital city of the Ashanti region. Honorable member for Lekwe constituency. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. May you live long.
Amen, and you.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that this House thanks the Right Honorable Speaker of the Republic of Ghana in the person of Right Honorable Alban Bagbin Sumana Kingsford for bringing the celebration of the 30 years of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy to the capital city of Ashanti region. Mr. Speaker, the celebration of the 30 years of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy has been an enriching experience. Why am I saying that? Earlier this year, the Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, Right Honorable Alban Bagbin, initiated this celebration by a program held in the chambers of the Parliament. And with this, similar experiences and activities.
Remarkable initiative in fostering the celebration of the 30th anniversary of parliamentary democracy, particularly in Kumasi, the Ashanti region of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the efforts led by Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin to organize forums, head walks and talks, debate sitting, mock sitting again across different regions of this country reflects his commitment engaging citizens in the democratic process in this country. Mr. Speaker, his dedication to enhancing civic participation and upholding democratic values deserves our profound appreciation. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I wholeheartedly
ceremony into our region. Mr. Speaker, we thank the Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Sumana Bagbin for this invaluable opportunity. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, honorable member. Honorable members. Honorable member, kindly resume your seat. Thank you. Honorable members, at the conclusion of the debate, I'll put the question. All honorable members in favor of the motion, say aye. I repeat. All honorable members in favor of the motion, say aye. Okay. Now, those against the motion, say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Honorable members, the motion is carried. Leadership. Any indication?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, once again. Mr. Speaker, you know very well that I'm a man of few words. So I'm talking to Mr. Speaker. I said Mr. Speaker knows. I don't expect you to know.
Honorable Majority Leader,
so, Mr.
proceed.
Speaker, it's always unfortunate, and I'm always sad for my people at the other side. However, let me make my statement very brief, since I'm a man of few words. Mr. Speaker, it seems we have exhausted the business of the day. And as it stands now, I would like to beg the House to take a bow, and we say that the House stand adjourned to tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the forenoon.
I would like to plead that the House should move to a committee of the whole for adequate briefing. On this note, Mr. Speaker, I would like to second. We don't always second. I would like to second the motion
Honourable
that
members,
this House
majority.
can. Yes, majority, behave.
Majority, be careful.
I would like to second the motion that this House stand adjourned till tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the forenoon. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. Thank you, honourable members. Honourable members, the motion for adjournment has been moved and duly seconded. I'll put the question once again. Honourable members in favour of the motion, say aye. I repeat. Honourable members in favour of the motion, say aye. Okay, you. Those against the motion, say no. Honourable members, I repeat once more. All honourable members in favour of the motion, say aye. Ah. All honourable members against the motion, say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The House is accordingly adjourned till tomorrow, 10 a.m. in the forenoon. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, do I have your permission to continue now?
2.
Thank you very much. Amamre Fie, please let's put our hands together for them. Thank you very much for the performance. We are grateful. We've been treated to very beautiful performances since we came. Yesterday was a beautiful one, and today you have continued, and we can't say much than to say thank you very much, Amamre Fie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I indicated earlier that we'll be having two sessions or two parts of today's program. The first one, which we have just witnessed, the mock parliament, and the second one would be a debate between some tertiary institutions. Mr. Speaker, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, your good self. No, your good self, sir. The right speaker. All right, I have your permission to invite our host member of parliament. Member of parliament for the people of Oforikrum, in the person of Dr. Emmanuel Mafo. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we welcome Dr. Emmanuel Mafo? Please keep the applause coming. He is hosting us. He would give us.
Thank you very much, Madam MC. Mr. Speaker, colleague, members of parliament, parliamentary staff, let me say a big akwaba to the constituency, Oforikrum constituency, where KNUST is located. As a former lecturer of this university, I can also take the liberty to welcome you to the university. I'm sure we are all aware of why we are here this morning. As you witnessed the first session of the program, we are about entering the second session of the program. And as students, we always feel good when we get our seniors visitors. And this university, I know, has many student groups in terms of student parliamentary groups. I know the SRC level, you have one. Even some colleges have their own, and so on and so forth. And so I am excited that this event is taking place in my constituency and in my alma mater and in my school that I taught. So I'm so much connected to KNUST in a number of ways. And I'm sure you are all excited to be here. So feel free, enjoy our beautiful campus. We say that we are the best university in Ghana. And when we say that, the Legon people, they don't want to agree. Yeah, but we always tell them that we have the best. So let me welcome all of you warmly to this event and urge all of us to learn. The most important thing to do is the learning that has to happen. It's not really about who will be first or who will not be first. It's about learning, about debate, about the parliamentary system, and about how we do things, you know, in official settings. And so, without much ado, I will just say that Memamunyina Akwaba to KNUST. May God bless Ghana and bless all of us. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Emmanuel Mafo. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can do it better for him. He is our host MP. And so honorable. And any abunu. Sorry? Dabeng. If some said Dabeng. Don't worry, it will come. Honorable doesn't fail. All right, thank you very much. We are gradually preparing to have the debate. But before then, we earlier acknowledged the presence of the second deputy speaker together with some important personalities who have joined us purposely for this event. If you have just joined us, it is the celebration of 30 years of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy under the Fourth Republic. And this is supposed to be the mock parliament and debate session as part of activities that have been outlined for the celebration here in Kumasi. And so if you are joining us, we will be having a debate shortly. And before I welcome the next speaker, let me crave your indulgence and introduce to us some personalities who have joined. I'm going to do this after I have done with a number of students who have joined us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please students, if I mention the name of the school, kindly give me a shout out. Okay, so the first school is the Armed Forces SHTS. Armed Forces. Are we here? Please, let's see you. Let Mr. Speaker see you. Put your hands together for yourselves. You don't sound excited. What's the problem? Are you hungry? Hey. I could pass mama me home. The second school is Adventist SHS, Kumasi. Are we here? Are we in the house? Yes. Give me a shout out. Wow, they are there. Beautiful. Thank you for coming. Osei Trekwe. Wesley College of Education. St. Monica's College of Education, Mampong. Mampong Technical College of Education. Then Akrokem College of Education. Are we here? What are the SHA? You are not clapping. I don't like this. Please put your hands together for them. We also have from the nursing training schools, Kumasi Nursing and Midwifery Training College, Mampong Nursing and Midwifery Training College. Also, this is the Mampong campus. Then Agogo Presbyterian Nursing Training College, Agogo. Then senior high schools. All right, okay. Thank you very much. Then, let me also introduce to us the officials of the parliamentary service who have actually worked so hard, tirelessly, to ensure that we celebrate 30 years of parliamentary democracy in the middle belt of Ghana, which was Sunyane, Sichiman, and also Kumasi. Ladies and gentlemen, help me introduce to us the Deputy Clerk to Legislative Management Services, Mr. Camilo Puaman. So I earlier indicated that the clerks, we saw the clerks at table. So those who sat in front of the speaker, do we remember? Yes, so that is who he is. He is in charge. He is the head. legislative management service in the whole of Ghana's parliament. So that is why he deserves a big round of applause. So he is no mean a person. In our corporate world or parlance, we can say that he's the Deputy Chief Executive Officer, very big man. Yeah, so today you are sorted, you don't have any problem. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, once again for him. Let me also introduce to us our Director for Media Relations. He is ensuring that whatever we're doing here, we get mileage with it. It goes out so that people would know that today these schools actually attended this celebration, and those who are going to win are announced out there for the public to know. And so Director for Media Relations, Parliament of Ghana, Lawyer David Sebastian Damwa. We also have the Coordinating Director, Public Affairs, in the person, she's a known figure in Ghana. When we were, I'll not say younger, but we watched her on our screens. Madam Kate Addo. Please put your hands together for Kate Addo. Now she's now my boss now. She's the coordinator for Public Affairs, Parliament of Ghana. And whatever we are doing here, any kind of engagement is under her coordination. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for her again. We also have in our midst G.A. Kufuor. J.A. Kufuor. The SHS. Yes, J.A. Kufuor, where are we? Give me a way. You are not clapping. I will not even introduce you. Put your hands together for yourself. J.A. Kufuor. Put your hands together for yourselves. We are so grateful for joining us this morning. We again also have Madam Abigail Abba Hansen. She is an assistant deputy clerk to Ghana's parliament, and she is in charge of the speakership, leadership, and member services. All the ships in parliament, she's the one in charge. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for her. Let me again also introduce to us Mr. Akwasi Sapon. He's the Regional Director for Information Services Department. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. We also have Diana Owusu Ansa, the Regional Manager, National Communications Authority. Wow. Oh, she's been, please put your hands together for this woman. She's been on her feet ensuring that we have a very successful program. Madam Diana, we are grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I would also want to introduce and acknowledge the presence of Mr. Kofi Nimako Kufuor. Please, put your hands together for this gentleman. Student parliamentarians, he is the one who has been training you for us to see the beautiful performance that we've been doing. They don't sleep. We started this training virtually until we came here to do some final touches to it, until we saw this beautiful mock parliament this morning. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Kufuor. And Madam Fafali Agbechivi. Oh, put your hands together for this beautiful lady. She has been very instrumental. Put your hands together. All right. Thank you so much. We have seen some persons with disability here in our midst. Now the world is talking about inclusivity and not just participation. And so they are very key to whatever program Parliament is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand of applause for our persons with disability who have joined us. Put your hands together for them. It is not a predicament. They have still managed to be here this morning. Let's put our hands together for them. Having said that, we have seen this handsome gentleman by me. They are doing a lot of work to ensure that these honorable persons have just introduced to all of us also move with the entire program. And so they are doing the sign language interpretation. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's acknowledge Mr. Clement Sam. Madam Georgina Tego. And Miss Efua Taylor. Beautiful, beautiful. Did I get it right? Shall we go? I got it right? Let's go. I'm learning, oh. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, hand of applause for them. Thank you very much. Now I have the pleasure to invite some members of parliament who were earlier introduced by the speaker to give us some solidarity message. But before then, Madame Fafa is sharing a page marker. Please, have we seen it? Yes. How many of us has received a copy? All right. Let me see by hand if you have one. Please ensure you get one so that Mr. Speaker will actually know that you attended. Because the moment you scan, we get your details. So if you don't scan, I tell you. So what you do is when you get one, you only turn to the back. You see a QR code. Just put on your phone. I believe everybody has.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished audience, permit me to stand on the existing protocol and make few remarks. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you this morning and make few remarks in commemoration of celebration of our 30 years. 6 years later, there was a military intervention. Then in 1969, we had the Second Republic. Then 27 months later, there was military intervention. Then in 1979, we returned to the Third Republic. Then 27 months later, there was another military intervention. The experiences we learned from this was to ask ourselves, how do we get it right? Therefore, the framers of the 1992 Constitution in 7 January 1993 gave us a fusion of the two, and that is parliamentary, presidential, and our traditional culture. That's the chieftaincy system. So these three things were fused together to give us the 1992 Constitution, and that has been in operation from 1993 to date. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy that we are celebrating the 30 years with one of the living legends and sole survivors of those 200 parliamentarians who started with us in 1992, and that is Right Honorable Kingsford Somana Aban Bagwin. Mr. Speaker, if anybody understands the essence of this celebration, he understands it better. He was a student lawyer practicing in Ghana in those military days. He saw what they led, how the culture of silence, the shortage of essential goods, how students' groups became cities. They were those who were fighting for the liberties and rights of the ordinary Ghanaians. Private newspapers were not in existence. There was only one radio station, and that is Radio Ghana, Radio 1. But today, we are privileged. We have Kesben TV, Kesben FM, Joy News, TV3, GH1, Metro TV, and mention them. In those days, it was only GBC. You could hear only what the leaders wanted you to hear. There was only one FM. You could hear only what the president wanted you to hear. But today, courtesy, the Fourth Republic, and the framers of the 1992 Constitution, we are at liberty to tune into any station. You could criticize any leader anyhow. You could be constructively be putting up your arguments. Those days, it was only news. But today, we have 275 parliamentarians fighting for our interests, training students to be future leaders. And what I saw here, means that, Mr. Speaker, our children are learning. I've monitored mock parliament several places, but today you were super. Therefore, in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, it's our collective duty to protect the 1992 Constitution, to protect the rights and liberties of the ordinary Ghanaians, to protect this representative and participatory democracy that we are all practicing. If you say democracy is expensive, try military regime and you will see how it takes. My brothers and sisters, let's do what we can. Let's do whatever possible to create a common platform, share our grievances, get closer to our parliamentarians to make sure that this democracy has come to stay. Long live Parliament of Ghana, long live KNUST, and long live everybody. May God bless us all.
Of Ghana's Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, once again for him. Next on our program is to have a remark which will be done by the Deputy Clerk to Ghana's Parliament in charge Legislative Management Services. But before then, let me also acknowledge the presence of DCOP retired Asari, who is the Regional Security Liaison Officer, Ashanti Region, and Mrs. Lizzie Perry
of the Regional Minister, that is the Director of Information Services. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this important event. I can see some of you were here yesterday. It was quite a tiring day, but you are still here. So thank you very much for still having the strength to be here. I'm making these remarks on behalf of the Clerk to Parliament, who was here yesterday, but needed to be in the House. So on behalf of the Right Honourable Speaker and the leadership of Parliament, we are grateful for the opportunity and platform that we have graciously offered us to celebrate this significant milestone in our life. 30 years of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy under the Fourth Republic is no mean achievement given our democratic trajectory. And I think the Honorable Ahmed has given you some dues about that. We thank everyone for honoring this our invitation and attending today's mock parliamentary sitting. The Parliament of Ghana, under the leadership of the Right Honourable Speaker, considers it important that the Ghanaian populace share the dividends of our budding democracy. It is for this reason that we have organized a number of activities across the regions of this country, including the organization of mock across most of the tertiary institutions in Ghana. And this is geared towards honing their skills in order that they can take over from the current speaker. Mr. Speaker, I can see that your position is threatened if I observe what the young man did here. And I think you should be proud that in your absence, there are capable people to take after you. So thank you to our young men and women for that excellent job done. I am expectant that the celebrations of the growth of parliamentary democracy under the Fourth Republic would be sustained. We will continue to work towards greater accomplishments, which would strengthen the tenets of parliamentary democracy in our homeland, Ghana. Long live Ghana, long live our parliamentary democracy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, once again for Mr. Camilo Puaman. Long live Ghana, long live our democracy. Thank you very much, sir. We would also take the keynote address, but before then, can we have an interlude from the police band?
my colleagues, members of parliament, the representative of the regional minister, the director of the legal aid, the parliamentary staffs, I think I can qualify to call you my children, because all of you, I think you'll be at the age bracket of my children. So I can qualify to call all the students my children. Ladies and gentlemen, I think today, once again, I can say confidently that tomorrow, if we are not around, we have capable people to leave Ghana with. The clerk at table, the leadership, the question that was asked, the way the question was answered, the message that came by way of a statement, and even the motion, everything was done excellently. And that's exactly why the clerk said, tomorrow it will not be difficult at all to get people to replace us if we are not there. So I could see, and I heard the speaker referring you, honorable members of parliament, honorable members. I think it is a call for you to live up to it. You have to live up to it. And if you are going to live up to it, you know what it takes. The responsibility. It involves you in this time that we are forming your life. You need to be very serious. You need to study hard. You need to involve yourself in community engagement. Let your community where you come from, let them know you. That indeed you are helping them, you are involving yourself in community programs. So that tomorrow, if you are up a certain level and you present yourself, they can see you as worthy of representation. So that is all what I am saying. You have given a call to yourself, and that call is very high, to be called honorable members of parliament. So you've done well, excellently well. I think, like he said, I've monitored a couple of them, and this one was excellent. KNUST, indeed, you've done well. My second observation is you are talking about 30 years of uninterrupted democracy. Since 1992 that we promulgated the 1992 Constitution, and that gave birth to our democracy that we are practicing. And democracy is all about patience, and it's all about tolerance. Without patience, without tolerance, we can never endure the democracy that we are doing. If things are going on today, and you think you are not happy, you think things are not well, by your own judgment, by your own standard, the time will come for you. You'll be given the opportunity in no time to exercise that. Whether you think you can change the regime or you can affirm the regime. So that is why I'm saying democracy is all about patience and it's all about tolerance. So whatever you feel, please take time. The time will be given 4 years per our constitution. 4 years will come to you for you to decide who you want to lead. And therefore, don't allow yourself for anybody to claim that he has all the knowledge under the sun, so give him the power. Or allow me to take another route, normally through the gun, to come and disrupt this very important democracy we are enjoying. So please, I repeat, democracy is all about patience, it's all about tolerance. Let's be patient, let's be tolerable to each other, so that with that we can accommodate each other for us to be able to sustain this beautiful governance that we've crafted for ourselves. On that note, I don't have much to say than to thank all of you, for coming in your numbers. Yesterday you were here in the Great Hall with the public forum. So much was said, and this morning So much has been said again. I think we are not going to repeat. All what we are here to is to come and monitor, witness our children, to display their skills as to how tomorrow when we give them the mantle, they will be able to govern the country. The first part they've done it excellently. Let's see their debating skills. How when they come to Parliament they are going to debate. That's also another crucial thing. So I'll resume my seat and give the podium to our students. Today is their day. Let them come and exhibit their skills in debate. As I said, the first aspect has been done excellent. Let's see how the debate will also go, so that after everything, we give the final marks. And I hope it's going to be as high as the mock parliament. So on that note, let me again thank the organizers of the program, the parliamentary staffs, and all the students who also avail themselves for this particular program.
So let's ensure that we support the debaters for us to see who comes out as the winner of the edition. But before then, we have to introduce our judges. We're going to have judges together, and they are going to play their role, let me say, fairly and also impartially, to ensure we have a winner for the 30th anniversary celebration, mock parliament and debate here in the Ashanti region. I am also informed that we have together for yourself. Thank you very much for coming. Then Islamic SHS. Yes. Give me a wave. Thank you for coming. Then again, as a whole team, a lot of us in the committee have worked day and night to ensure that we have a beautiful program, just as we are saying today. And so I need to do the needful and also acknowledge the hard work of Madam Hilda Wellington. He's also the parliamentary service, and just let's put our hands together for her. And also our finance officer with us, Mr. Alfred Kojuro. Mr. Alfred Kojuro, please, we want to see you. Thank you very much. Please, wave well. Please put your hands together for him. We also have Mr. Bennett Kwe-Norte, the office of the clerk. Please put your hands together for Mr. Bennett Kwe-Norte. And Madam Linda Jachibwedu. Yes, Madam Linda is also with us. Yes, put your hands together for Madam Linda. And our media team, Team Ike and your team, the media Beric. Yes, all of the ICT. We are transmitting, and also we are having a live transmission, Facebook. So if you go on Facebook, Parliament of Ghana, and also our YouTube pages and handles, you would see that this program is being streamed live. And that is where I acknowledge the hard work of Beric. That's the ICT team of Parliament of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause once again for them. Okay, so who are our judges for today's debate? The judges, first to be introduced, is from the Information Services Department, the Regional Director, Mr. Akwesi Sapon. Please take your seat here. The second is Ms. Dinah Ousu Ansa, the Regional Manager, National Communication Authority. Please, the applause are not coming. This is not the usual school euphoria we get whenever. Oh, you don't understand? Is that it? No. So please, let's keep the applause coming. Okay, Ms. Abigail Abba Hansen, Assistant Deputy Clerk, in charge of speakership, leadership, and member services. Then again, we have the Honorable Member for Ofori Krom, Honorable Dr. Emmanuel Mafo. And is it the host lecturer? The host judge. Okay. Then the chair of the panel of judges. Ladies and gentlemen, a surprise for you. Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, the first deputy minority whip. Please, let's put our hands together for Honorable Ibrahim. So who are those who are going to debate? We have the Wesley College of Education. Please, are we here? Again, Kwame Nkrumah, University of Science and Technology. Painting Apia Minka School of Technical and Entrepreneurial Development. Then Kumasi Technical University. And the fifth school is Kesben University College. All right, so what is the motion? What are they going to be debating on? What's the debate? What's the motion? What's the topic? So should private schools receive public funding? Should private schools receive public funding? Are you for or against? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I invite the debate master, Mr. Nimakun Kufuor. He will give us the rules of the debate and tell us everything we need to know about the debate before it commences. Mr. Kufuor, please, we are in your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause once again for Mr. Kufuor.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Efia Tenge. Mrs. Efia Tenge, sorry about that. Standing on all already established existing protocols, I'll go ahead and then quickly give you the criteria for judging this debate competition. There are a number of criteria that our judges would be considering during this debate, and briefly I'll go through. One will be argumentation. Our students are expected to be clear and coherent in their arguments. There should be logical reasoning and soundness of their claims that they will be making today. Persuasiveness is the second aspect of the criteria. They should also consider the organization of their debates and then be able to present evidence and analysis during their debates. The fifth criterion is rebuttal and refutation. And here, especially the supporting speakers. We expect that you listen to the principal speakers of other schools and ensure that the points that they raise, you are able to provide evidence and statistics. To consider the eighth point, which is dressing. Dressing. Your dressing must be appropriate for the occasion, so take note of that. The second part that I would present is the number of minutes to be given to the principal speaker and that of the supporting speakers. For principal speakers, you are expected to present all your arguments within 7 minutes. 7 minutes. While supporting speakers are to support principal speakers within 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So the ballot for which school to speak first, and in that order, has already been done. So students are aware of who will come first, second, and in that order. At the end of the day, when the principal speakers finish their side of the debate, the position will be turned in that order, in the opposite direction, for the supporting speakers to also take their turns in the debate. Principal speakers, 7 minutes. Supporting speakers, 5 minutes. Mr. Chairperson and your judges, your students. Students, your judges. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning to us all. So, thank you, Speaker. My Speaker says afternoon. So, good afternoon to you all. And we are about to start. Does it mean we should be calling the debaters to be coming to the public podium? Or they should be seated where they are? Can I get the motion paper? Okay, for or against. We understand in school. The balloting, where is the? This is the order. So we call this one first. West School, followed by KNUST. I will start from here, 7 minutes. Then we come here, 7 minutes.
And comes to this point. That's 5 minutes for supporting speakers.
And this 5 minutes. What is 7 minutes? Okay. Thank you very much. I want to be very fair. And as rightly been said, the motion is clear. Should private schools receive public funding? And I believe a topic like this is very apt. I was a product of university students who debated with the Minister for Education and gave proposal that gave birth to the GET Fund. So GET Fund was a product of students' movement, and that was KNUST. So even though it's an academic exercise, whatever you do as legislators, you are going to make input out of it. Therefore, take it very serious. It is not just for intellectual debate, it's for national proposals. We call on the first principal speaker from West School. Oh, give him a round of applause. By man time, it is 12:34. And I believe there is a timekeeper. And you have your bell. So, what is your time now? Correct.
All protocol duly observed. I am a co of education and the principal speaker speaking vehemently against the motion, and I quote, should private schools receive public funding, unquote. The chair, for the sake of understanding, permit me to define certain key points that are pertinent to the motion. First, private schools. According to the Collins Dictionary, private school refers to educational institutions that are to independent schools who are wholly founded, maintained, and supported by individuals. I vehemently say no. In what sense? First, private schools are supposed to be autonomous and accountable, are supposed to be autonomous and less accountable to the government. Private schools are given the opportunity to be autonomous. So if the government is to provide funds to these public schools, these private schools, then it means that the government will be exerting a kind of control over these private schools. Our research on countries like Belgium, Sweden, and the Netherlands show that government only support private schools based on certain conditions. And some of these conditions are the private schools are supposed to run according to the national curriculum. And also they have a specified number of people they are to enroll before they receive state funding. Again, providing public funds to private institutions will overburden the government in terms of finance and logistics. The former Minister of Finance, Honorable Kenofori Atta, according to the Business and Finance Times Online on the 17th of November 2022, indicated that the government has so far invested 8.4 billion Ghana cedis in free education only in the second cycle alone. Meanwhile, according to Ghana News Agency, about 2.3 million children in Ghana still have no desks to sit on in schools, as stated by Edwards. According to Kofi Asari, Executive Director of Africa Education Watch, on the 7th of June 2021, it will take Ghana 240 years to eliminate schools under trees if the country continues to maintain the current rate of budgetary allocation and disbursement to the education sector. The chair, according to the National Council of Private Schools, NATCO, on the 8th of January 2023, there are more than 22,000 private basic schools in Ghana and 654 private senior high schools. Also, UNESCO and GTEC in 2022 reported that there are 94 private tertiary schools in Ghana. So approximately, there are 22,748 private schools in Ghana. So looking at these statistics above, can you imagine the government cannot even outfit his own will? Then how can he augment up? In addition, let's say, funding private schools with public money leads to the absence of fairness in the education system. In what sense, one may ask? Families with high income are more likely to send their children to the private schools. For instance, according to pulse.com.gh, students of Lincoln Community School pay tuition fees which ranges from $15,084 to $26,276 per year. Tuition fees of only 19 of such students can feed 3,801,491 students who enjoyed free feeding in Ghana in the year 2023, according to GhanaWeb.com. So what do you think? Redirecting public funds to those institutions will unequally benefit the wealthy, further widening the achievement gap between socioeconomic groups. Therefore, Mahatma Gandhi said, there is enough for everybody's need, not for everybody's greed. That's it. Providing public funds for private schools will amount to the government supporting and promoting different curriculums. How and what do you mean? I mean, some of these private schools, they run curriculums that are different from what the state has provided. A typical example, according to pulse.com.gh, Lincoln Community School runs an American curriculum, while SOS Herman and then Seoul International School also, these schools also run the British curriculum. So, if we channel our scarce resources, which would be used to maintain and raise the status of our public school to these private institutions, then it means that we are redirecting in our scarce resources to a place where we will suffer in the end run. So, do you think and can you imagine what is going to happen in the end run? You don't need to be told. The chair, ladies and gentlemen, diverting public funds to private schools undermine the principle, undermine public education system. Public schools, as you already know, they are underfunded and then struggling to provide quality education to students. Therefore, redirecting these scarce resources to private institutions or private schools will further weaken the system. Can you just imagine? And these children will be deprived of the quality education that they deserve. Therefore, this can be likened figuratively to the story of David and Nathan. Aso bi befo ohiani egwama baako na odina kwa akoye hanam ede amasikani a onwan bebre ewo ho ana. Enya bone. Enya eye bone dia we should not direct these funds to the private. Rather, there are many public schools that are struggling with a lot of facilities like classrooms, textbooks, and furniture. Therefore, if you think that a Senate here, then what should we be doing? Instead of redirecting these funds to the private schools who are already well fed, then we should channel it to the public sector who need artisans, publishers, and then writers to provide the needed resources so that quality education, which is the dream of Mother Ghana, will become a reality. And our fellow Ghanaians, private schools often have resources and facilities that are not available in the public schools. Said most of them, they have resources that enable them to achieve their indicators. It enables them to achieve their indicators. And as a result of this,
time up. You have a second to one up.
As a result of this, they are being led up. Teachers and brilliant students are being lured into such institutions. And then he said on the 5th of October 2023, My Joy Online said, the National Teaching Curriculum, the National Teaching Council says there is a high rate of teacher attrition. So should this continue, then Mother Ghana is going to suffer and be suffocated in the private schools. Thank you.
Oh, do it better. It is now the time for KNUST. Can we proceed? Timekeeper, are you ready? Okay.
The chair, impartial panel of judges, a great timekeeper, guest fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. Address me by the name Master Nana Ej Dennis, a proud student of the world's best university in terms of quality education. And today, I stand against the motion, quote and unquote, should private schools receive public funding? The chair, the motion before the House, kindly permit me to elaborate on some key terms according to the Cambridge Dictionary. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, private schools refers to an institution or a private sector managed by an individual who do not receive its actual funding or no funding at all from the government. The chair, according to the studyonline.com, public funding refers to the amount of money gathered by the government through taxations given to the public through goods and services. The chair, the motion before the House, which I, Nana Ej Dennis, stand against the motion, is once again, quote and unquote, should private schools receive public funding? The chair, the main reason why I stand against the motion is one. Private schools already have the resources to create and sustain themselves. The chair, the benefactors and founders of private schools already have the resources and the means to do that. Why? Because according to the Arts and Charges Act, it is stated that an individual is expected to pay an amount of 300 Ghana cedis per the level from preschool to tertiary institution, which means that an individual establishing a private institution from primary school, basic school, junior high school, and senior high school is expected to pay an amount of 1,200 annually. The chair, are we aware that international private schools in our country, Ghana, is also expected to pay an annual license fee of 300,000 Ghana cedis? The chair, if you are paying this amount to start up a private school, then why should the government be giving you such an amount? Going to the United States of America, to start a basic standard private school, an individual needs an average amount of 300,000 US dollars to 500,000 US dollars. The chair, this is so fair enough that you have the resources and means to start your private institution. Again, the chair, another reason why I would stand to say that the motion before the House should be rejected is because important to note that attending private school does not guarantee your access in academic journey or does not make you a superior in our society. The chair, talking about Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, which I come from, is the world's best university in terms of quality education. And this is a public institution. The chair, I can boast of Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah, who went to Pope John Senior High School and is still even serving at the Ghana's Parliament House, forming part of this 30th anniversary. The chair, once again, let me take you again that private institutions do make their school as a business enterprise. Why do I say this? The chair, an educational industry artist, that is Arthur, once said that he has always been questioned and been asking, why should you create or have a private institution or a private school? And he said, this is a lucrative environment and I can make all my money over there. The chair, according to the myjoyonline.com, they stated that graduate teachers who are not being employed go to these private schools to teach over there. And basic senior high school leavers are also teaching over there. And they are receiving an amount of 300 Ghana cedis to 600 Ghana cedis, which does not even amount to at least 4 students in each class. Meaning that a teacher is expected to spend at least 11.66 Ghana cedis a day. The chair, if a private headmaster is making this money and giving these teachers this amount of salary and wages every term or every month, then this is not the actual money they should be getting. Again, the chair, when we go to our private institutions, they are duping them, quote and unquote, having Monday wear, Tuesday wear, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And what we talk about is their PE kits that they wear in their institution. The chair, this is not to do anything. No. It's a way of getting money from them. Isn't this so pathetic? The chair, another point that I would also consider is public funds to private schools is a misplaced priority. Why do I say that? Because there are different sectors in our country, Ghana. Talk about the health industry, the finance, the agriculture, and then the engineering aspect. The chair, we were all here in Ghana where we saw the chancellor of KNUST, Nana Osei-Tutu, advocating on behalf of the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital that they need enough beds. And upon all this, we are leaving them to go and give the money to private institutions. This is so pathetic, the chair. Again, the chair, according to the World Health Organization, an individual is a population of 1,000 is expected to have at least 5 beds in their institution or in their health sector. But in our country, Ghana, a population of 1,000 is not even having 0.9% beds in their organization, which means that in mathematical equation, 0.9% representing bed is invalid, meaning a total population of 1,000 is not even having a single bed in their organization. The chair, we were here where we heard the cry of the NAPCO personnel. The chair, permit me to stand in as the Ghanaian musician, Kwesiata, to take you back to yesterday when we heard the cry of national service personnel talking about the amount of money they need between the years or the months of December and July in our country, Ghana. The chair, again, another point that I would want to raise is that public schools are underfunded and need resources. The chair, we have public schools that are studying under tree. And according to a research by Joshua Majite, a total population of 200,000 Ghanaian children are studying under tree. And we all know that people are being sacked from their school because of infrastructure. And however, we are pushing all this money to go and give to the private sectors. My dear opponent, I know you are much aware that if you see an individual standing under tree and being sacked, you would plead that, my people, I need your support to help and donate to them. So why do you even have to mount this podium in the
You
first
have
place
1
to
minute
come
more.
and talk about supporting private institutions. The chair, impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, guests, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Nana Ejejebi, and I want all of us to come together and rally behind me in rejecting the motion before the House. It is even aware the Speaker of Parliament deals with the majority in Parliament. So how should we even channel our resources and our money to the fewer section attending the private school? And it is at your cost to go to a private institution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. This is for we have, it is not a term for Amstead. The full children. Give everybody one. But these people heard from them. How is it? And you are speaking for the motion. Can I watch your time? Want to see? Yes, we can proceed.
Okay. Greetings to you to the House. My name is Honorable Abdraman Wadud, representing Amstead, the University of Akentena Piamenka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneur Development. In fact, we, the University of Akentena Piamenka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneur Development, wants to declare our stance on today's debate to the fact that it is a young university, but we want to show our prowess in today's debate by stating that today, Amstead is going to show its prowess in this debate. Now, first of all, as a principal speaker to this university, I want to outline certain things. Now, when you talk about education, we want to emphasize on some of the benefits of education. When we talk about education, some of the things that a society or a nation stands to gain when education, as far as education is concerned. Now, we are coming to highlight on economic development as well as poverty alleviation, which equips individuals with skills and knowledge necessary to access better jobs. And then, an educated workforce will be better equipped to participate in and contribute in emerging industries, innovation, as well as entrepreneurship. Now, let's not discount the fact that education, one of the benefits of education is also about conflict resolution. So when we seem to educate the masses, we are in a way seeking to, do away with conflict. Now, in today's debate, we are going to tackle scores of points. And some of these points, we are going to tackle it from a constitutional perspective, then getting down to the pressure that it will publicly funding private schools will relieve the public institution, then as well as diversity and then choice. Then, Mr. Chairman, accurate time picker, a panel of judges. So to proceed with, today, we see that denying public funding to private institutions or private schools could be seen as a discriminatory as it limits access to education based on economic status. Mr. Speaker, the chair, for the emphasis of the Constitution, in the framers of the 1992 Constitution, in their own wisdom, realized the essence and then the benefits of education. So, in Article 38 of the 1992 Constitution, clause 1, it says clearly, emphatically that the state, it says clearly and emphatically that the state shall provide educational facilities at all levels and at all regions of Ghana, and shall, to the greatest extent feasible, make those facilities available to all citizens. So we see it that the Constitution did not spell out whether to public or private. So we see that when you finance only public institution or public education, you are in a way discriminating those who have resorted to private education. Then we proceed. The chair, honorable members of the House, to proceed to we want to argue based on the 1992 Constitution. We want to ensure that our argument today is having legal merit. We will proceed to Article 17, Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, which further states clearly that a person shall not be discriminated against on grounds of gender, race, color, ethnic origin, religion, creed, or social or economic status. So we want to emphasize on the economic status. It is good that everybody gets education. However, the people must be given the choice, the freedom, and then the liberal to make the choice of their own. To proceed with the same Article 17, Clause 3 goes on to say that for the purpose of this article, discriminate against means to give different treatment to different persons attributable only or mainly to their respective description by race, by origin, political opinion, color, gender, occupation, or whatsoever. So we see that when you find private institution or when you don't find them, you are in a way discriminating them, because it is an unalluded fact that persons may be seeking for education for their wards, but not necessarily going to the public side, because there are so many lacunae that has been leveled against the public institution. So when you publicly fund private institution, you are giving this private institution as well as investors or individuals who have the aim of promoting education within the socio-economic system of Ghana to also thrive. And then we proceed to relieving pressure on public institution. It is said that when this public institution in Ghana the chair, according to we are arguing that when you publicly fund private institution or private schools, it will in a way release burden on the government schools. Now, according to a study by the United Nations University in 2019, studying indicators that measures access, quality, and inclusive education, Ghana was scored 76.6, which was lower than the benchmark performance rate, which is 90.6 performance points, representing the average score of top 5 countries. Now, these top 5 countries who were able to get this 90.6 are Georgia, Indonesia, Moldova, Sri Lanka, as well as Vietnam. And all these countries, including Ghana, are in the low and the middle income countries as far as this search is concerned. Now, the chair, it will be good to emphasize that the key takeaways from this research is that Ghana, which is different from the top 5 countries who had a score of 90.6, the key takeaway is that Ghana is leveraging in fact, that's just by the way. Now, the key takeaway is that when you take Ghana and then compare them to these top 5 countries, you realize that Ghana operates to a student to teacher to student ratio with 1:30. And also these top 5 countries are operating with 1:13. So it goes to say that these teachers have the time to engage with lesser learners, therefore optimizing teaching and learning materials. Then one of the key takeaways is also that Ghana averagely spends 15% of its budget expenditure on education. And these countries also spend 17% on average of its budget expenditure on education. So it tells us that government of Ghana can do more. Now the amount, for the purpose of emphasis, according to Shrad, Ghana loses an average of $2.6 million of money in every year. So it's not necessarily diverting public funds, but when we ensure that prudence is ensured at the public sector, this money that has even been lost due to corruption can be channeled to this. So we...
Thank you very much. Please do it better. We now call on KSTU. KSTU. Yes. And that is Kumasi Technical University. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, proceed.
All right. The chair, panel of judges, distinguished guests, colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. I greet you all. I am Mr. Lord Akumyong, the representative of KSTU, rising strongly for the motion, should private schools receive public funds? Private schools, according to Wikipedia, simply means a school not administered or funded by government. Receive means to obtain and get public funds, means money comes from the government, often through taxes, that is used to help the public. The chair, before I even start with my submission, the explanation of public funds indeed explicitly determines the beneficiary of this fund, which is no other than the citizens. Thereby my humble question, are the students of the private sectors not citizens of our motherland? And are their parents, who are taxpayers, not also citizens entitled to benefit public funds? I leave this to your thinking for now. Sorry. To my first point of submission, the fund of private schools with the government fund help improve the quality of education and competition. Investing funds in private schools can improve the quality of education by providing better facilities, learning materials, and technology, which can enhance their learning experience for students. Support for the private schools can as well as encourage healthy competition, potentially driving improvement in both private and public institutions, as they strive to attract and retain students. It brings about infrastructural development and the enhancement of the overall well-being of students. Many schools in Ghana, including private ones, sometimes experience challenges with infrastructure. Investing public funds into private schools can help renovate the school and provide other essential amenities such as clean water, electricity, and proper sanitation. My opponents may rise blabbing up, but the private schools have these facilities pre-existing. Even if it's true, it is however important to know that the extra funds from the government may help better and maintain them. Also, the school feeding program and health services can be enhanced with additional funding, which goes a long way to improve students' ability to learn or study. The idea of government funding private schools underpins the principle of equality. Equality compromises equal opportunities or privileges in accessing education, public facilities, etc. Article 17 of the 1992 and 4th Republican Constitution of Ghana states that all persons shall be equal before the law. This means that no group of persons shall have any preferential treatment or shall be prevented from enjoying his or her privileges. I was expecting you guys to clap for that. It is the right of every Ghanaian citizen to access education and its coupled benefits enshrined in Article 25 of the 1992 Constitution. All persons shall have the right to equal educational opportunities and facilities, and with a view to achieving the full realization of that right. I contend that since all parents of students in both private and public schools pay the same taxes in the fulfillment of their obligation as citizens, that is the same way they should enjoy privileges of being relieved of their financial burden of paying high fees. The Vice Chair, I believe the purpose of this prestigious occasion is to celebrate 30 years of parliamentary democracy under the Fourth Republic. This journey thus far. Indeed, this has been a successful so far by the engine and backbone of our 1992 Constitution, acts, norms, rules, and regulations that has been guiding our democracy. With this, we stand in the front line with the Ghana Educational Trust Fund Act 2000, Act 581, and I quote, Section 2, object of the fund. The Vice Chair, I believe this is not just a humble opinion, but a constitutional right that all students, both private and public sectors, should enjoy their right of funding without any prejudice or discrimination in sharing both public funds to school. Furthermore, private schools can contribute to reducing the burden on public institutions by accommodating a portion of the student population. This can help alleviate overcrowding and improve teacher-to-student ratios in public schools, ultimately enhancing the quality of education for all students and also reduce the cost of burden of the taxpayers paying private school fees as well. Additionally, by funding private schools, the government can foster an environment of innovation and diversity in educational approaches, which can ultimately benefit the entire education system. I believe that the above points well mentioned and elucidated, I have convinced you that there is the need for private schools to receive public funds. In conclusion, the arguments in favor for private schools receiving public funds in Ghana are compelling by leveraging the resources and innovative potential of private institutions. The government can work towards its goal of providing equitable access to quality education for all Ghanaian students in line with the principles enshrined in the country's constitution. Shalom. God bless. Thank you.
Yeah, he has given us 2 minutes for free. We are done with the first part, the principal speakers. The schools are 4. So it is now the time to go to the supporting speakers. And as you've already been told, principal speakers have 7 minutes and supporting speakers have 5 minutes. Speakers, we are starting from KSTU. I think in that order. From here. Kesben is not here. Please, distinguished brothers and sisters, I think there is an excuse that the supporting speaker is not yet in. But we started with Wesco, and they have been following for a long period. So if you all agree for us to start in that same order, by the time we get to KSTU, that supporting speaker will be here. I hope I'm making sense. So we can start with first Wesco. There's fairness. There's no discrimination. It's allowed. So I can now call on the supporting speaker for Wesco. You have, please wait for the timekeeper for us to give you. Are you done? You can.
The Chair, standing on all existing or already established protocols. My name is Dopoko Ajman Daniel, a student of Wesley College of Education, and I am here to speak against the motion, and I quote, should private schools receive public funding? It's true. My opponent, I think you need to be taught. In fact, after I'm done with my presentation, whenever you get this opportunity again, come back here and come and unteach all of these fine braids, because what you gave them a wrong medicine. Why am I saying so, the Chair? Providing private schools with public funding causes conflict of interest. Chair, why am I saying this? When we pick the member of parliament for the good people of Pabri East, in the person of Francisca Otim Mensah, she is a daughter to the business mogul, Mr. Kweku Otim, who is the CEO of NGO Educational Complex. Now, when this motion is being placed in the parliament, what is going to happen? Since Francisca Mensah happens to always, let's say, because in our jurisdiction, listen to the orders of the father, she's going to speak in favor of that. Some of my opponents were talking about equity. Do you know the meaning of equity? Come, Come, I am a teacher trainee, and let me school you on what's the meaning of equity. Even the case that 3 people are standing to watch football, there's one person who can stand there and watch it from behind. There's another person who needs 1 block. There's another person who needs 2 blocks. In terms of equity, the one who is already standing and can see the public doesn't need anything again. The one who needs 1 should be given 1. The one who needs 2 should be given 2. Don't talk about equity. You are here trying to explain articles from the Constitution. Meanwhile, you know nothing about law, my brother. Once again, providing private schools with public funding will be unnecessary duplication of funding. These private schools already have different sources of income. In fact, my father owns a private school. We even sell socks to the students. Socks, bands, necklaces, and many other things. All of these things are ways that they can solicit for money. That's it. If in the case that you go to these public schools, even the parents there, when you tell them that we want to do extra class for these students for 50 pesos, they will tell that we will send you to the education office. So that's it. Again, we are saying that funding private school with public funds will lead to public funding of private schools undermines the principle of free quality education. For why are you saying free education for? According to the mission of the GES, there should be equitable and diverse educational needs for all students, regardless of wherever they are coming from. When you go to these private schools, do you know what happens? What happens is that whenever students, before they are being admitted, they are being given the chance to write exams. When they write the exams and they say that you are not good, they tell them, Master, there's no space. All our classrooms are full. Meanwhile, there are spaces there. They always want to prioritize the better student in front. Do you know what even some schools do? Whenever you go, they'll ask you that, what do you do, Mr. Man? When you tell them, I am a mason. When you go, I am a farmer. Please, there's no space here. They want politicians. They want businessmen. They want people who are always having the money so that they'll bring their case there. What we are saying is that all our opponents standing here to throw dust into the eyes of the people should not, and we shouldn't have even come into even debate in the first place. Because when we gave you this, you came here and it's like you don't know what you are doing. We are here and we are vehemently speaking that education is a right and it's not a privilege. Thank you.
Do it better. Teach training. And the father owns a private school. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now call KNUST.
The chair, panel of judges, members of parliament present, distinguished guests, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. I'm Rachel Awinso Alabila, the supporting speaker against the motion before the House, and I quote and unquote, should private schools receive public funding from the best and most prestigious university in the world, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology? My colleague already mentioned a lot of salient points against this motion, and I'm just here to add on a few important ones. First of all, giving private schools funding from the public is going to breach the accountability and transparency system we have in public system. First of all, public schools go through a lot of scrutiny. They have a lot of rules and regulations that bound their activities. Are private schools willing to go through this? No. Are they willing to share their equity and profit with the government? No. And therefore, they should not receive public funding. Also, giving private schools public funding is going to breach the role of the private sector in our economy. First of all, why do we need a private sector? First of all, to give us competition. Growing up, anytime I had the chance to go on a quiz competition with my private counterparts, I really learned the whole night. Because this is where I was going to show them that I am poor, I am from a poor background, but I am a star, and a black star can also shine. And therefore, if my colleagues are here saying that we should give public funding to private institutions, then they are not doing us any good. They are not doing us any good. And they don't know what they are about. They made a few points here which are very misleading, and I would like to rebut. First of all, I had a student from a public institution coming to fight for his counterparts in a private institution, where parents say that I have seen this public institution, but I want my kid to go to this private school. What are you trying to tell us? Are you trying to say that the poor should continue being poor and the rich should continue being rich? No. Also, they mentioned the fact of diversity and choice. Can you tell me what diversity we have in our private schools? Where we, those from the poor backgrounds, who do not have parents who can fund those schools for us, have to learn in public schools. And you are telling me that it's going to provide diversity? No. With my skills, I am in a public school. And that's the same way when I'm going against private students, I have to learn hard to show them that the government is spending on me. Again, they talked about discrimination. They are all citizens. It is the choice of parents to send their children to private schools. The government provided public schools, but they decided that my kid will go to a private school. And therefore, we are not using public funds to support them in this regard. Also, they mentioned that giving public institutions funding is going to support them and release the burden on them. What kind of burden are you talking about? Can you tell me why public schools are public schools? It's because of the numbers. We are all there because our parents cannot afford it. So the government should rather use the little money it has to reinvest more into the public sector and not the private sector. Also, they even misplaced the motion. The motion didn't give us a jurisdiction. It didn't limit whether Ghana, Canada, or where. But they came to tell us everything in Ghana. That means that you yourself is lost. You don't really understand what the motion is trying to tell us. And therefore, we are not taking you on. Lastly, they talked about taxpayers. All of us being citizens. Yes, all of us are citizens. And that's why we have free SHS for everyone. That is why we have public institutions. So if those from the private institutions cannot up their game and do what they have to do to be in the public institution, then I'm not giving it to them. Because at the end of the day, in your public school like KNUST, we get the best of everything. We are the quality of educational standard in Ghana and in the world. And therefore, public schools all the way. Public schools all the way. I am ending by saying that, se bibia anka papa enjitre. Thank you so much. I am Rachel Awinsa Alabila from the prestigious KNUST of Ghana and of the world. Thank
you. Oh, you can do it better. We now call on Amstead Apiaminka. How is it? Mr. Timekeeper, can he start? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. My name is Barnabas Kwanzaa, and I represent Akenton Apiamenka University of Skill Training Entrepreneur Development, first TVET university in Ghana. And we speak for the motion that should private school receive public funding. And we say yes, Mr. Chairman, private schools must receive public funding. From our earlier speakers, they said that there is a control. When the government supports private schools, there is a control in the private school. It is known. There is a saying that say you can't say penny with finesse and quality nanka. You can't nanka you for penny we can be. If the government does not have a say or look into what goes into the private school, my dear brothers and sisters, private school, they will educate our children wrongly. So it is important that the government have a say in what goes on into the private schools. We cannot leave the private schools alone onto all the proprietors. Other than that, we are building our generation in doom. So government must have a say in what goes on in the private school. And again, they talk about misplace of funds. It shocks me that our co-debaters talk about misplace of funds. Nelson Mandela once said, no country can develop unless its citizens are educated. Mr. Chairman, when we say that we push funds into the private schools, it is a misplaced of priority. I am here to say it is a very no. Because we are building a nation, and the nation does not belong to only the students who are in government school. The private school also are citizens of Ghana, and they must also benefit. Mr. Speaker, and it is very important that we support the students also in private schools. And again, they also talk about lack of funds from the side of government. It is never true. There is a saying that baby Mr. Speaker, if it is interest to the government to support the education, the government will look into it and then make sure that there is appropriate fund for it. We are building a nation, and we are not building a nation for a very few. I will state from a research conducted by a group of people, citing KNUST. They said KNUST, it is estimated that 2/3 of the schools there are private schools, and because of the high fees, the students are normally dropped out from school. I will finish you with a report. And Mr. Chairman, it is as a result of the high school fees that these private schools charge. That is why these students are dropped out from school. And it is important that the government come in their aid and support that. Together we will build a nation, not only for a selected few. And we should not forget that we have also planned to have universal, free, compulsory, universal basic education. And we cannot achieve it if only we are saying that the private schools should be managed by the private schools and the government should also take care of the government school. We cannot achieve this FQ because it is important that government also support them. Together, the private schools are also taking part of them, of the people. So we cannot leave it only on the proprietors. And again, we are also scoring international points. From a research, 2000 to 2011, the UNESCO reported that our education system has grown from 30% to 77%. And it is as a result of these private schools that has attributed to this. If without the private school, there is no way we can achieve that percentage done by UNESCO. So I am saying that, Mr. Speaker, we must ensure that government support these private schools so that we can together build a nation for our next generation. Without education, we cannot. And then again, I will end my quote. I will end my submission with a quote said by Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela once again said, without education, our children can never meet their challenge. So without that, we cannot do. So, Mr. Speaker, we must ensure that together we build a nation by supporting funds to the private schools. Thank you.
Please do it better. Please do it better. You know he likes it. Okay. It's our last person in. So we now call on our last supporting speaker on KSTU. Is he here? Okay. Oh, do it better.
The Vice Chair, panel of judges, distinguished guests, colleague students, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed, I greet you all. I am Honorable Stephen Appiah, a representative of KSTU, and I strongly go for the motion. Quote unquote, should private school receive public funds? Indeed, they should. And I proceed as a supporting speaker. My opponent stated that private schools has different source of income and it doesn't need any support from the government. Really? Then let's all agree that private institutions should not pay taxes and should not contribute to public funds. Secondly, let me school my opponent who stated that equality of education, free for all, does not include private institutions. Very funny. The Vice Chair, I believe the purpose of this prestigious occasion is to celebrate the 30 years parliamentary democracy under the Fourth Republic, the journey thus far. Indeed, this has been a successful so far by the engine and backbone of our 1992 Constitution, Act, norms, rules and regulations that has been guiding our democracy. With this, I stand in the front line with the Ghana Education Trust Fund Act 2000, Act 581, and I quote, Section 2, Object of Fund. Now, the purpose of this fund is for Ghana Educational Trust Fund to contribute or to finance education. And it states clear that the object of fund, that's Section 2, Clause 1, the object of fund is to provide finance to supplement the provision of education at all levels by the government. And I underlined all levels. Clause 2, for the purpose of attaining this object, the monies in the fund are to be used to provide financial support to the agencies and institutions under the Ministry of Education. And I ask, is the private institutions not part of Ministry of Education? I continue. Through the ministry, for the development and maintenance of essential academic facilities and infrastructure in public educational institutions, particularly the tertiary institution. Because it was stated clear that the infrastructure of the building the facilities and infrastructure in public education institutions particularly doesn't exempt the private institution not to be part of this, of benefiting the infrastructure and facilities of the ministry progress or processes. The Vice Chair, lastly, we are developing one country, I guess. And we can all testify to the fact that we are not developing a private country and are not developing a public country. If not so, then both private and public schools should benefit from these funds, which will contribute hardly or contribute progressively for our country or economical growth of our mother Ghana. Thank you.
Oh, do it better. All too soon, we've come to the end of the debate. And I think our debaters have done a very good job. Shall we give them? It is now time for us to do our collation, and very soon you will hear from us. But before then, I must congratulate those who took the mantle to come and defend their various schools. In fact, proper research work was done. And I can say that this is the kind of debate that the nation needs. This is a very non-partisan debate. And these are debaters at their peak. In the university, don't say you are young. This is the time you can make a very objective debate without fear or favor. And therefore, with your curiosity, whatever you have presented here, if it has, and I believe the Deputy Clerk, Mr. Camilo is here, and Mr. Speaker himself is here. They are not just mere debates, and they are not mere proposals. These things can be translated into legislation, and it can be used to enrich our educational proposals, to be translated into laws. Like I started by saying, in 1998, when we were in Legon, we brought out the idea that there must be a GET fund. And that is where the GET fund law was made. It was born out of students' agitations. KNUST led the front. It wasn't the politicians. And therefore, what you have all done, we'll collate it. And very soon, the National Parliament will take it upon ourselves. And maybe, by the leading of the students, we'll find a way. Thank you very much, and may God bless us.
Thank you very much, Chair. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can still put our hands together once again for our debaters. It is not easy standing here to debate. We have also been joined by some very important personalities, once again, members of Parliament in our midst. And may I acknowledge the presence of Honorable George Kwame Obengtechi, Member of Parliament for Manso Nkwanta. We also have the Member of Parliament for Ejiso, Honorable Kwabena Boateng. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so just as we had earlier indicated, it was a whole year activity. And so we run the activities in the northern, the western, the central, the Volta, and also now we are in the middle zone, which consisted of Sunyani, Tichiman, or the Bono East and the Asante region. When we were in the northern region, the debate topic or the motion for the debate was 30 years of continued parliamentary democracy. Can Ghana's parliament boast of any achievement? That was the debate for the northern zone. And so 7 schools in the northern zone participated, including SD Dombo University, CK Tedam University, Navrongo, Bolgatanga Technical University, University of Development Studies, UDS Tamale, and Dr. Hila Lehman University, WA. At the end of the debate on the motion I have just indicated, it was SD Dombo University that emerged the winner. In the Western and Central Zone, the topic or the motion was smartphones and artificial intelligence are making students and researchers lazy, true or false? False. At the end of the debate, between competing schools, including the University of Cape Coast, Takoradi Technical University, and Cape Coast Technical University, it was the University of Cape Coast that emerged the winner. The Eastern Zone, the motion was attaining 40% women representation in Parliament, in line with the IPU. IPU is the Interparliamentary Union. Is Ghana ready? And for this topic, 4 schools participated, including the Evangelical Presbyterian University College, UHAS, University of Health and Allied Sciences, University of Health and Allied Sciences, and also the Youth Impact Parliament, also in the Eastern Zone, which is the Volta region. And at the end of the debate, it was the Youth Impact Parliament who emerged the winner. Now, we were in Sunyani about 3 days ago, and the topic for the motion, was social media is making us less social. Social media is making us less social. 5 schools participated in the debate. Sunyani Technical University, University of Energy and Natural Resources, Doma, University of Energy and Natural Resources, Sunyani, and Catholic University, and also the Valley View University, Tichiman. And at the end of the debate, it was the Sunyani Technical University that topped. Now we are here. Should private schools receive public funding? Who would emerge the winner of this debate? All right. The power is not in me to decide, and so is with the judges. Please, our student parliamentarians, so students, just as we have done, when you get to the tertiary university or the tertiary schools, you know the group to join. Immediately look for the student parliament affiliated with the Parliament of Ghana. There, we build you up, we nurture you in parliamentary processes. You deliberate on topics such as this to, empower yourselves as well and prepare you for the positions ahead of you or in future positions, but hopefully politically. And so our student parliamentarians are here. Mr. Akufo, we're still waiting. Yes, if our group is here, yes, our culture center group, if you are around, you can give us an interlude whilst they collate the results for us, after which we will decorate our student parliamentarians with these medals. Then we can award the deserving students with their awards. Of course, that one will come. You won't come here for anything. Of course, you have the second deputy speaker here. You'll be served properly, handsomely, and beautifully. All right, so please give us a short performance as they collate the points for us. Hello. Thank you very much. Agrofie, put your hands together once again for Amamre Fie. Amamre Fie, thank you so much. We are grateful, we are grateful, we are grateful. Put your hands together for them. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Well done, thank you. Thank you very much, Amamre Fie, for that energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Amamre Fie, Yadamwase, 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 Yadamwase. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, hand of applause for them. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, thank you. We are grateful for that energy you have exhibited in this performance dance. All right, thank you very much. I'm informed that the results are in. It's from the Electoral Commission. All right. Okay, but before then, our student parliamentarians, are we ready? Yes, we're going to adorn them with the medals for the excellent performance this morning. So please, can we have you, all the student parliamentarians? And as they come, I humbly and respectfully invite the Deputy Clerk to Parliament, Mr. Camilo Puaman, who would do us the honors and decorate our student parliamentarians for us. Please walk in. Yes, all right. So there they come. Put your hands together for them. The only group to join in the tertiary level is the student parliament. Mr. Camilo, please. The role players, where are they? Yes. The majority, minority, the clerks at table, the speakers, deputy speakers. So the clerks at table, please, can we have you? Where is the majority leader? All right. The role players. Well done. Congratulations. There's an indication that you did well and that you need to do more. Why is it all of a sudden we've had a very long queue? Yes, the speaker too is here. Right Honorable Osama Abbas. Okay, Mr. Camilo, thank you very much. Thank you. We're grateful. Yes, we're grateful. Now I invite Madame Keitado. Miss Keitado, put your hands together for her, Coordinating Director, Public Affairs, to do us the honors and decorate our gallant student parliamentarians for us. Put your hands together. Keep clapping for them. Put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Where are you coming from? The queue is becoming longer and longer. Or you are aspirant? You're aspiring to be student parliamentarians, or you are? Well done. What about the debaters? Yes, the debaters should follow. All the debaters, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, once again for them. You are not taking two. Okay. Applause coming, ladies and gentlemen. Student parliamentarians affiliated to the Parliament of Ghana. Now we have over 4,000 student parliamentarians nationwide. Put your hands together. Let's appreciate them for the hard work. A round of applause once again for all the debaters and student parliamentarians. Well done, well done.
Therefore, at the end of the debate, there were 4 schools that contested. The Kumasi Technical University, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Wesley College of Education, and Apia Minka. Apia Minka, what? Skills and Employment, Entrepreneurial Development. So we will develop a lot of entrepreneurs. And here are the results. Everything was marked over 1,000. And at the end of the debate, the 4th school had 611 over 1,000. The second school, 740 out of 1,000. And the first school, 828 out of 1,000. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, with the permission from the Right Honorable Speaker, may I start from the 4th school. And the 4th school is Kumasi Technical University. They had 611 out of 1,000. the fourth school, the contestant for Kumasi Technical University.
Kumasi Technical University. Well done. Congratulations. Where's your medal? Wait. Please be here. On this note, may I humbly invite Mrs. Lizzie Pearl Addison, Director, Legal Aid Commission, to do us the honors and present a participating prize.
Yes, do it better.
Of an amount of 1,500 Ghana cedis to them. 1,500 Ghana cedis. Put your hands together for them once again.
The third school. The third school had 698 out of 1,000. And guess what? Apintin Apia Minka Skills and Entrepreneurial Development School. Shall we give them a mighty one? You can come forward.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Akington. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for them. And to help us award them, let me humbly invite Honorable Kwabena Boateng, Member of Parliament for Ejiso. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he says he's also a lecturer in the same school. Put your hands together once again. There's a coincidence. All right. So you may want.
Sure. Do I have to here? Okay. So on the 30th anniversary of parliamentary democracy, second runner-up, Amstead, I present this to you.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for them. That is not all. They also have a cash prize. They also have a cash prize.
So you also have a...
So the cash prize of 2,000 Ghana cedis. Put your hands together for them. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with the declaration of results. And by the leave of Mr. Speaker, in fact, for the third and first school, second and first, it was a very difficult task. Hello. Listen to this. As youth, it was difficult because in Parliament, if you are going official by your dressing, it's official. If you are going traditional, it's traditional. Once you wear suit, there must be a tie. Else, Mr. Speaker will sack you. Once you wear shirt and tie, there must be a jacket. Else, Mr. Speaker will sack you. These are petty things we must all learn. And therefore, I will not, let me proceed with my job. This is just a hint of who will be first and who will be second. And as I said, the fourth and the first, the second and the first was a challenging job. The second school had 740 out of 1,000. And guess what? The second school is The second school is Wesley College of Education. Wesley College of Education, please come forward.
Wesley College of Education, ladies and gentlemen, a hand of applause for them. Congratulations, well done. May I, on this note, may I humbly invite Honorable George Kwame Obeng-Techi, Member of Parliament for Manson Kwanta, to present their trophy to them. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand of applause for them. All right. All right, thank you very much.
You have to read this.
No, it's okay. The first runner-up. It's okay, so the first runner-up.
The first runners-up for this debate on the occasion of the 30th anniversary of parliamentary democracy in Ghana. The Parliament of Ghana organized this debate, and in your honor, we are presenting you with this trophy. Congratulations.
It's also a cash prize of 2,500 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much, Honorable. We are grateful. Honorable George Kwabena Obeng-Techi, Member of Parliament for Manson Kwanta. Thank you. Now the winners are the winning team. The winning team.
Thank you, Director Public Engagement. Mr. Speaker, distinguished panel of judges, my brothers and sisters, as I said earlier, it was difficult to choose between the first and the second. But there must be a first. There must be a first. In Akan, there is a saying that penye di penye. Ladies and gentlemen, the first and winner of today's competition is the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And they had 828 out of 1,000. Therefore, let the debaters come forward and the Director Public Engagement will take over.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you so much. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, let me again congratulate the KNUST for emerging the winner of this debate competition. And to help us present an award to them is to be done by the second Deputy Speaker of Ghana's Parliament in the person of Honorable Andrew Esiama Amoko. Please, a hand of applause for him. Please, let's rise to receive him.
You know, it's befitting that I am presenting the trophy to students from my own. So, as a former student, I'm presenting to KNUST students. So it's befitting, my alma mater. So, on that note, let me read what has been. The inscription is 30th anniversary of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy, mock parliamentary settings and debate. The winner is KNUST. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And it comes with a cash prize as well. So they go with a cash prize of 3,000 Ghana cedis. 3,000 Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, please don't leave us now. Please, honorable members of Parliament, Deputy Clerk, please join Mr. Speaker to take a photograph with the winning school. No, the debaters, please. The debaters are taking photograph. All right, thank you very much. The first runner-up, please. The winning team, please excuse us now. Thank you. The first runner-up, it's your turn. The first runner-up. Second runner-up, get ready. Mock parliamentarians, also get ready. All right, thank you very much. Now the second runner-up. Please. Please, let's do this fast. Congratulations. Why did you go for the medal? Congratulations, school. All right. Congratulations. All right, thank you. Now the fourth school, ATU. Put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. Now the mock parliamentarians, please let's do this very fast for us. Some of you can squat, yes. Squat, squat. Thank you very much. We are very grateful to you. Now, Kwame Nkrumah University.
The chair, honorable members from the Parliament House, schools present, members of KNUST, ladies and gentlemen, a very blissful good afternoon to all of us. On behalf of the entire team, we would want to say a very big thank you for your support, all the funds that you've been giving us, the prayers, the encouragement. We are very grateful about that. There is a quoting that I have been using ever since SHS. And it states, if I'm able to do the good things I'm doing today, it's because I stood on the shoulders of those who have gone ahead of me. And today, I'm very proud to be on the shoulders of Right Honorable and members of the Ghana Parliament House and the entire leadership of KSPH, and most especially my senior tutors in KNUST, and to my very dear one, Rahel. She has been a supporting mother, a sister, a friend in my journey in KNUST, and not to forsake the good people of KSBSA. Once again, we are grateful, and we hope to be doing this and doing this for the good people of humanity and Ghana as a whole. Thank you very much.
I also want to add that wherever you come from, one thing that I've always stood by is that I am good. I believe in myself. So no matter where you come from, tell yourself that you are a star. Although you may be a black star, but black stars can also shine. And today, I just shone. Thank you.
In summary, we thank all of you for supporting us. Thank you.
Congratulations, KNUST. And we also say congratulations to each one of you for participating in this debate. Parliament, Clerk to Parliament, and the Parliamentary Service, particularly the Planning Committee of the 30th Anniversary Celebration of Uninterrupted Parliamentary Democracy under the Fourth Republic. We want to say thank you very much. We are highly indebted to the RCC, to the KNUST, to each one of you, every single one of you, all the committee members, the tireless work in and out, our media team, and everyone. We say thank you very much. And this has been another session of mock parliament and debate of the 30th anniversary celebration of parliamentary democracy. On this note, may I say thank you, and I'll see you later. But before then, the announcement is all the schools you have been taken care of. And so everything you will need, you are requesting for lunch. We have some sumptuous meals for you. And they have already been given to your coordinators. We've sorted all those out already. So make sure you get your pack. On this note, let me say once again, thank you very much and have a blessed afternoon.